Kwa jina la Baba na la Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu, amina. Mungu Mwenyezi, Mungu uishie milele, Mungu uliyetuumba kwa mfano wako, tunakushukuru kwa wakati huu, kwa kipindi hiki, kwa hii platform ambayo tuko nayo ya kushare yale ambayo Mungu umeyatenda, kuimba sifa zako na kukutukuza kwa makuu uliyotutendea katika maisha. Kwa jina la Baba, Mwana, Roho Mtakatifu, amina. As the sun is a star, is hot and glowing, so do I, and so do you. Hata wewe waweza ng'aa. Yale maisha ambayo unayaishi, in your state of life, you can still make someone's life shine. You've gone through all those hardships. But I always say that your life is not just your story. It's a life to give hope to someone. It's to motivate someone. I know there's a parent somewhere who can even realize that his or her child is going through child distress. There's someone who is feeling that I'm rejected. There's someone who has gone through rejection. There's someone who has gone through traumas. I went through traumas, and if you would ask the professionals, trauma before 10 years, it is not a good thing, because in most cases it haunts people. It disorients people even in their adult life. And people are going through a lot of hardships, but there is always a way out. And that's why I'm here. Sometimes we never know what we should do, but we should try every day. And I'll say, there's a common motivator that says, that was Martin Luther, he say, if you must keep walking, keep moving. You can crawl, you can walk, you can run. But in whichever way, just keep moving in life. Don't stagnate. For one thing, I say that we have challenges. People say problems, but I don't call them problems, because when you say problems, they are so huge. Call them challenges, because when you say challenges, it's because you can overcome them. And that's what we have in life. We have challenges. And I want to go back to the story, to my story. As a sixth born in a family, I know some can relate. When I talk about being a sixth born, a middle child in a family of 10, some people can relate being middle children. It is not so always, but there's a way it happens that child feels neglected. That child feels there's no concern, kind of rejected. And that's what those middle children feel. That's what they feel. And sometimes these people who we live with, they don't realize that you even feel that. And that's what happened to me. And as a child, I never experienced that closeness with my parents, especially my dad. Remember, we are too many children. I'm a sixth born, so you imagine. And we are farmers. We are not well up. We are hustling, actually. And my dad didn't have time for me. And I remember, as much as I remember myself even seeing myself in the picture, though it is a sad one, my first picture, I was 8 years. I was tiny. I was dark. And after some time, I came to realize I was born a very weak child. I was dark, malnutritious, because I realized my mom was going through some challenges psychologically and health-wise. And I mean, I didn't understand why all this was happening to me. But it came to a point that I was feeling too much I can't go close to my dad. My dad didn't allow me to be close to him too much. Not even too much, close to him. And I think because of the pressures and maybe some of the underlying issues in his personal life, he was very harsh on me. And he would beat me, he would punish me, and between two children who are like the good children, the favorite ones. So, and I felt they were favored. That time I felt they were favored. And my parent would ask, who has done this? I would be the child always in trouble, or be the scapegoat. And somehow they believed it. My dad believed it. And I didn't understand my mom so well in all this, but mamas always, they have that place for you. Sometimes they would intervene, wacha kufanya hii, and dad would like, kaa kando amekosea. And things would happen. And at the same time, our family wasn't a very stable one. There was assaults. My dad was a bit harsh on my mom, and that affected us too much. And that comes again to trauma. You are a child and you can see what your father is doing. You can see your mother crying. You can see your father beating your mother. At the same time, I'm that child who would cry. And if mom comes and she'll be chased away, and maybe to some extent, maybe it would be physical. And those are some of the traumas that I went through. And again, my siblings, somehow they copied from how it was coming, how the treatment of my parents. And to me, it wasn't something good. I felt rejected. At some point, I think I was trying to communicate, and I became a very aggressive child.